Now, be watchful. You have to choose 3 answers. So read the question carefully. People from YouTube, you can leave your answers in the chat box. Let me check it out. I started getting answers here already. Okay. Thanks for the people who are giving answer here. Let me try and wait for a few more people to share your answers. Now, in this 3 lines which is given for the question, is this project happened or it's going on?
It's about to happen.
Project team is moving.
It's going on since it's a present
It's already
tense.
on. It's present. It's already ongoing.
Present.
Okay. Do anyone think this first time is a important thing you have to note down?
Yeah.
For the first time is a message. Okay. Compliance planning. So who this question is targeting? Who is been expected to answer for this question?
Project manager.
Project
manager.
manager. Okay. Combined team successfully. Okay, going to have a combined team. Very good. Now we understood it is happening and we understood it's the first time. Manager has to lead the combined team, collaborative effort. Now, try from your answers. First, let's work on elimination. There should be one answer totally not relevant. Doesn't make sense.
Retrospective.
C.
C. Retrospective.
Uh-huh. Why it is not a good line? Any negative words here or non-relevant words?
Internal project team.
Whole separate retrospective.
I'm sorry, whole separate.
The project has already hired external people in the role of hazard specialists.
Okay.
So they should not be, separated. I mean, the entire team should be part of the meeting. They shouldn't be separated.
So we are talking about combined. The answer is talking against to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
In most of the cases, retrospectives are happened at the end of the deliverable of
Or
a
small cycle of deliverable. Yeah, possible. We don't know what the deliverable cycle, but yeah, end of something you're giving, you're talking retrospective. I like the point you said. When we're talking combined, how can you bring something only for the internal? Doesn't make sense. That's what I'm hearing. All right, from YouTube also, I'm seeing answer as mostly people are going other than C. C is not happening in the YouTube also. I'm seeing that C I'm pulling out. Okay. But what I'm seeing as answers is in the chat, I'm seeing A, B, E, A, B, D. Okay. A is common in all the places. Even in the YouTube, I'm seeing A is getting common. So there is a trouble between A, B, and D. I think A, everyone is agreeing. A will be the answer. Why A looks a very prominent answer? Many has marked A as a good answer.
Since this is the first time the team are doing this type of project, there shouldn't be any confusion between them. So this reporting guideline should be clearly classified at the beginning so that there's no issues during the course of the project.
So to reduce a conflict within them because it's a combined team, we want to have a detailed
and also the
roles
first
chart.
time, and also
First
the
time.
first time, and it's I mean it's a I assume this is a large scale project because it's moving a sculpture.
Yeah.
And it's very very important, so they cannot afford any misses.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. This will clarify some of the responsibility or accountability within them.
RACI.
Yeah, RACI kind of a chart. RACI is one of the chart. It also clarifies, right? We know what to do. Okay. I think A looks better. Set the ground very well. Very good. Other answer I'm seeing with the many in this room is E. Alphabet E is coming up here. Okay. But again, some of them don't agree with E also. But I'm seeing E also, I'm seeing majority of the people. Why E looks a better one? It says a daily stand-up. But I don't know whether it's a software, man. You're talking about sculpture from one part of the city to another. I thought only in software industry they do daily stand-up. Is it so?
Yeah, you're correct.
Or daily stand up is a place to bring up an understanding if there is any blockers. Because you
Yeah.
work as a combined team, we have different challenges. Will the daily stand up can be even for any industry, doesn't mean software industry, to talk about towards a goal, how are we going? Do you have any blockers? Is it the way it's happening here?
And even we don't know the specialist are uh,
Yeah.
with
The
the co-located or some different part of the city or
so
something.
the reason why I selected E over D is I don't know whether external people can be given access to organizational assets. In this case,
Ah,
hazard specialists,
okay.
because they are contracted to oversee risk and compliance planning for this project. So, but they're external resources. So I
Oh,
don't know if they can be given
oh,
access to organizational resources.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, D, I will come there, but I feel this, some of us are agreeing, yeah, it is good to do. Some of them not happy with this answer. Okay, let's hold it up. I'm also hearing that access to organizational resources, I believe this should be, the specialist should get access to resources relevant to the project, isn't it? Because you're talking something about, you want to talk about risk and compliance in the project.
Mm,
If I don't give access to some of the needed for the project, this team cannot move forward, which may also be a blocker, isn't it?
yeah.
Which may also blocker, right? For example, if you have some archaeological or historical record for this kind of work in your company, or the standards followed in your company, standards followed by a group of organization. If there's a specialist don't know the standards, I believe they'll call this as a blocker. They have to wait for another team member to give it. They have to wait for it. Okay,
Depends.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. Anyway,
depends.
yeah, yeah, depends. I'll park this answer also. Now, so far we removed C, totally out, gone. Any one more answer you feel looks doubtful, tricky,
To,
right?
to me, E looks doubtful because nowhere in the question it mentions that they are running this project through Agile.
Uh-huh. Okay, okay. So
So
this a
we,
daily stand-up is a meeting aligned only with Agile. Can I say like that? Is it the way?
yeah, if the project is plan
Uh-huh.
driven,
Uh-huh.
then I feel that there is no question of
Not needed.
running daily stand-ups. And to
Uh-huh.
your point, for D, giving the organizational resources, it already mentions in the question that the hazard specialists were contracted. So the contract is already in the place, which is a legal document.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a legal document between them. So non-disclosures and all also is a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my reason of going with D than
Mm.
E.
So as per the contract, yes, they will have some NDA signed and they should be part of this discussion, which
Yeah,
means they should have access to it. If they don't have access, they can't move forward. It is a
yeah,
blocker.
yep, that's correct.
Okay. So I'm seeing round rules are clear. I'm seeing also the access to that is needed. Two is clear. And we strike out a C. Doesn't make sense because separate meeting. Now the competition now we have to choose a third answer. Now let me see YouTube also. Suchitra saying that it can be done to any critical project which needs continuous monitoring. I also thought that PM has to do. Okay, thanks Suchitra for the answer there. So I'm having answer B and E. In this B and E, which will make sense to make your product to move forward on this deliverable? Ground rules for the specialist. Do you think something specially needed for the specialist? You already have a role chart what to do, and guidelines is here. Is it going to help someone?
uh,
Or when you say daily stand up, it is a meeting to see how are we progressing. Is there any blockers there? And one information I would have said that earlier, daily stand up is one of the way of thinking. How can we make it efficient? That doesn't mean only a company which says we are agile, we are software, they have to do this. Now we are moving in a world where management, which includes agile mindset, any place they can. Can you see like that? When I say agile mindset is a continuous improvement. Agile mindset is clearing of the blockers and helping the team. First question to you: do we need a ground rule special for specialist? Do we need it? Mm-hmm. People, anyone went with the B? You thought B is a good answer? Okay, then let's see what is happening at the right answer. Here we go. A bit tricky, isn't it? Let's see that. The contract with the hazardous specialist should be sufficient to ensure a good collaborative working relationship with the project team. The contract. I think you all got that point. Contract is clear. Provided the specialists are given all the internal information they need, there is a collaborative way of working. The project should proceed smoothly. Up to this, all by the contract. The project team and the specialist should be working with one another, not in parallel. The project team, not just one person, should understand the project risk factor that will affect the project and its compliance as much as possible. The project team, okay, not just one person should understand the risk factor, which means everyone should know what is the risk happening that will affect the project and its compliance as much as possible, which means there should be a transparency. When everyone has to get, that's called transparency. Transparency. Shri, how can I bring transparency? In bringing transparency, you can even bring through any way. One, I can have a Kanban board. I can have a Kanban board to show that what is my work is happening, where is my blocker. Yeah, you can show that. It's also called as information radiator, isn't it? You share what is happening in the system. Or there is a place you can connect at least a few minutes on a daily basis to talk how are we moving? Is there anything which can block me? This can help us to at least stay on track. Now, if you look at this answer, as I was pointing out, as this one is the best answer you choose already, this overrules B, right? And we understood the separate things cannot happen. So we understood that a specialist need access. Without access, they cannot move. So the only place where we can make this project move forward is some sort of openness needed. Definitely daily stand-up is not a very interesting name if you work on a project like a sculpture from one city to another city. That doesn't mean the people are going to sit and really do the hard groundwork. There can be some technical work involved. There could be some approval procedures involved. Maybe they're moving from one city to another city. The city approval system can happen through digitalization or non-digitalization. So I'm seeing how can I make this team at least talk for 10 minutes per day to understand how things are going. It doesn't mean you have to be like a Jira board or a software engineer daily stand-up meeting. It can be a place where they have to meet. But in this whole answer, this one answer looks a bit relevant where they have a touch point. Yeah. Anyone who end with the E? Oh, yeah. Hemant is here. Hemant, go ahead.
Hi Shri, I have a question. I just wanted to know the ground rules because it overruled, right? So
Mm,
ground rule, this information is in E or A? I believe in A because under the role charts, it provides the complete information about
that's right.
the team.
That's right.
So
That's right.
the ground rules is not needed when we
That's
have
right.
the role
Yeah.
chart.
Yeah, and clear reporting guidelines, which also can help us what who will do and what is the procedure. But definitely create a ground rules can be there, but not for the specialist. It can be for the whole group,
Yeah, okay.
isn't it? You look like
Mhm.
you're doing some partial work here. You're telling that hey, you apply to these rules. I mean, what does it mean? It should be like ground rules for the team. Ground rules for the combined team, yeah, would have been a better choice here. It would be a better choice. But if you say one person, then why only for this guy? Yeah.
Okay.
That's the reason it's going out. This is a coming in for only the word transparency. Transparency. But definitely when you read in an exam hall, you may be surprised because for you, when
Mhm.
you see a large sculpture moving here, you definitely think it's a hard manual work. And why should I do this way? Yeah. But my intention is, since I'm bringing a combined team, I'm also already started thinking as a hybrid model. In a hybrid model, I'm thinking, how can I bring agile thought process? What is agile thought process? How can I bring someone to talk regularly? Yeah, the best term in the market right now is daily stand-up. Okay, it can be even an alternate day. But thing is, I need some conversation. Also, I won't take this as culture movement as some 100 people lifting a sculpture on the shoulder. I won't think like that. I will think some transportation needed, logistical work is needed, government approval is needed, some digital thought process needed. I will think various segments. I will not think only one segment. So when I think all this segment, yeah, then I think, okay, it can be a hybrid model. I can bring more info. Because of the reason this answer going away, I have to think all this stuff. If this answer is not going away, maybe I would have been driven to this answer. I would have gone there. Because of that going away, now I'm thinking strongly, oh, E can also help me to put me in a better place. Yeah, that's a thought.
Kind of hybrid project it happened, right?
Exactly. They don't tell it's a hybrid, but I think going forward in exam, we should start looking, is there a way some agility can come here? Because PMI will start seeing that if they're giving an answer, it's a hint for you, something is there. See, if somebody is giving in a question paper as an answer saying that there is an agile thought needed here, yeah, we have to think about it. How can we bring it up?
Something like 10% or 20% of agile needed in predictive.
Could be right. See, first thing we understood, agile is a philosophy, is a mindset anyone can follow. What is the purpose of agile? How can we minimize the waste of time? And how can we serve our customer better? For this, we will bring any better and best activities of agile. This doesn't mean you have to create a user story. This doesn't mean you need a scrum master. This doesn't mean a Jira board to have all the item. No, that's all doing agile. A being agile is thinking where I can make efficient approach. Maybe the daily stand-up can help you to bring some collaboration within the team constantly and bring some transparency. Yeah, because the answer B goes away, we can think E is a better answer. But E is also a good answer if I see sculpture moving is not only a hard work where somebody lifting on the shoulder. I can see beyond that. It's a big project. It's a big project where we need many technical people also involving into that. Yeah. Good thought, and thanks for the people in the online also sharing some thoughts here. Shall we go with one more question? How is your energy level?
Yeah,
one more question?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, guys, let's hit one more question.
Shri, such kind of question, do we have some partial marking system in exam?
I believe PMI gives it. PMI should not be so bad, guys. Even if you choose two answers, at least they have to give 0.70. Isn't it?
Yeah, even for the match the column, all those things,
I believe PMI is not so bad, guys, because still now PMI is not declared it how they're scoring it. But to me, I feel they'll give at least some points. You put effort, man. You put 1 minute, 2 minutes to find the answer. In main exam, this kind of question are the headache questions.
Yeah.
When you have 2, 3 answers, it's a headache that you will find 2 answers. The third answer is a headache, man. Where the hell it's happening?